I am California of the past.
I
I
am
am California
California
of the
of the
past.
past.
I
I
am
am
California
California
of the
of the
past.
past.
Hi, I'm Laura Babcock, founder of the Heritage Park Museum. In the spring of 2002, I was asked by the Historical Society to do a feasibility study to see whether or not the time was right to finally get a historical museum in Sunnyvale. This had been a dream of the Society for over 50 years since the original Murphy House was torn down. At the end of the study, I found myself totally enthralled with the project, and with terrific community support, council support, and certainly Historical Society support, I jumped in and agreed to chair this project. I always say this museum was built in sheer naivety because I had no clue of what I was actually volunteering for at that time. The feasibility study had shown that rebuilding a new Murphy House was the best for the long-term option of the Society. We had looked at other options, such as moving an old house or rehabbing an old house. Of course, new construction came with many negotiations with the city for use of the land, a long-term memorandum of understanding with the city, and of course, a $3 million price tag. I began with the formation of a business team, the best people I knew to accomplish this success. A CFO, a political advisor, a business planner, a development manager, all of us volunteers together became what we called the museum team. This team met monthly for 6 full years. Together we set our goals, drew up plans for construction and operations, and dug our heels in for some massive fundraising. We held a kickoff dinner, walkathons, barn dance, Oktoberfest, many other fundraisers. We sold hundreds of bricks and tiles so many other members of the community could become a part of it. And I took what I referred to as Laura's Dog and Pony Show on the road and talked to as many organizations and clubs and neighborhood associations that I could find. I wrote 140 grant applications with 49 successes. This was a talent I got better at as time went on, but it certainly was not a talent that I grew to love by any means. It took us just over 5 years to raise sufficient funds to begin construction. With all the fundraising plans in action, we engaged an architect and a contractor to start detailing the museum building itself. Decisions on how many square feet were needed for ADA bathrooms, for elevator, fire escape, all the requirements for building a public building on public land, also how many square feet for each exhibit, what the overall feeling was we wanted visitors to have when they walked through the museum, what stories and histories to include and in what manner, and of course the price tag that came with each one of these decisions. It was an overwhelming project to lead at times, some weeks putting in 40 to 60 hours a week, especially the last 18 months, starting the day at 7 a.m. with construction meetings going directly into exhibit meetings and installations. I had the most wonderful, wonderful crew of volunteers working with me every step of the way with this museum. Many times we ended our 10-hour working day sitting on the floor making a list of what we had to accomplish the following day. Their dedication to stay with me throughout this entire 6-year process was fantastic. And their friendship and their joy in their faces on opening day is something that will stay with me forever. We dedicated this beautiful building in September of 2008 with 80% of its exhibits installed and completed. All of us continue to support the museum and volunteer in it to finish the exhibits as well as put in rotating ones throughout the year. We welcomed over 7,000 visitors the first year, so we claimed success. We also currently have 108 volunteers working in the museum that make it that success. I'm really proud of what we accomplished, and I know everyone who worked on this project throughout the entire process and supported it feels the same way. It's truly a dream come true for the Sunnyvale Historical Society. Thank you.